Good morning. Welcome to this edition of the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show. You know what? I have skills and talents that you probably don't know about. I also have interests that you're not aware of. And one of them is puzzles. Ask me what my idea of a good time is, and it's sitting down doing a good puzzle. But here's the thing. It's hard to find puzzles that make sense, especially if you have small African-American children. But you know what? That's not the case anymore. There are new puzzles on the market, and they are the brainchild of my guest, Amanda Wilson. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
So when I say these puzzles are your brainchild, tell me about it. I mean, where did this idea come from?
Well, this idea came from when I was 6 months pregnant with my twins, Adric and Zola, and I said, you know, there's nothing that really represents them in the puzzle realm, and I love puzzles too, Lynn. So I created A+X Puzzles, which are the initials of my children.
That's their names.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
That's funny because when I saw that, I was like, I wonder what the A+X is for.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Adric and Zola.
So let's go back because you've been working full time. You've been on this show before.
Yes.
On behalf of the August Wilson Center.
Yes.
So this puzzle thing is something that you did on the side altogether.
On the side hustle. That's my baby here. I was on maternity leave for 4 months, and that's where my brainchild was birthed, and that's where I became an entrepreneur, a mompreneur, as they call it now. So.
Absolutely. So you have these puzzles. How many puzzles are there altogether?
There are 6 puzzles altogether, more to be released.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are there themes? Are there stories? Talk to me about some of the puzzles.
So yes, each puzzle has a storyline behind it. It's Zoe in the Lollipop Forest. She has different friends, Isaiah, Brandon. She has a friend named Isabella.
Wait, you mean if I actually finished this puzzle today,
Yes.
I would get to see that? Okay.
Yes, and there's different storylines. I was a very creative child, and I always made up stories in my head. So that was the same theme with me doing, if I was into a lollipop forest and I could do whatever I wanted as a child, what would that look like? You know, there's huge lollipops that are taller than me. We can ride our bikes, we can do hopscotch, we can play basketball. You know, there's eagles in the sky that talk to us. It's really fun.
So these were all just ideas in your head?
Yes.
So but you opted to do puzzles, not a storybook. Why is that?
I opted for puzzles because it's interactive. And as you are talking about the storyline with your child or grandchild, they are also doing a cognitive skill. They are learning shape recognition. They are learning focus. It helps to relieve anxiety. It's the best method of activity and learning all in one little puzzle.
So we've been seeing behind us some of the puzzles. Give me an idea, like who did the artwork? Did you do are you the is it illustrator? Is that what it was?
Yeah, so essentially it's an illustrator. I am not an artist.
Okay.
I drew my idea and I sent it to someone and they made my dream come alive essentially, but I am not an artist by any means.
All right.
I'm just the creator.
All right, so then give me an idea, like doing puzzles.
Yes.
Creating puzzles, you know, if you want to be a journalist, you know that you can reach out to somebody at a TV station or a newspaper. If you want to write a novel, you can find someone who's written a novel.
Right.
If you want to do a puzzle with African-American themes, who do you go to?
I went to myself. It was really hard to find, you know, people that got my idea because it's such a niche idea. And I found a manufacturer that was interested in what I was talking about, and because they never seen it before.
Okay.
And so it's not a lot of puzzle companies out here that are willing to go beyond their norm of like cats, birds, you know, just like those type of puzzles that have like 1,000 pieces. This is for a specific age group.
And what age is this for?
3 and up.
3 and up.
Yes.
Awesome. It just so happens that my grandson is 3
Yay.
years old. And he loves puzzles. He loves
Absolutely.
doing puzzles. And, you know, it's kind of interesting because you say that you kind of stumbled on this void while you were still pregnant with the twins. And let's just for the record, tell me about the twins. They're how old now?
They're 9 months.
Wow.
So they're crawling. They're getting into things. They are demanding mommy, and I love it, you know. So they're getting really big.
I was gonna say, yeah, 9 months though is that good age because they know who you are, You got the
Yes.
big smiles and everything.
Yes.
But right now you can almost keep them contained.
Yeah, I'm
Almost,
like
yeah.
teetering that line of like, okay, when are you guys gonna start walking, and then the baby gates and all that stuff. So,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And you know, what is it? We always wait to do those things. It's
Always.
Like, until you have to, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So we do, I don't want to say it's a regular segment, but certainly an ongoing segment with an organization called Brown Mamas Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And one of the things they talk about is how we as mothers need to look for ways to positively reinforce ideas, concepts, dreams with our kids.
Yeah.
And I feel like this does it on a couple different levels.
Yes, that was my idea. I wanted my children to have something tangible that reminded them of themselves. You know, representation takes African American kids all the way to college where they can become doctors, scholars, etc. And if they see that while they're young, they know that it's a possibility. And oftentimes they have to see it to know it
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's not presented in their everyday life. You know, you can teach them at home, but what about when they go to the library? What about when they go to school? And I am happy to say that A+X Puzzles are in Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh.
Oh, stop it.
Yes,
Oh,
we
that's
service all
awesome.
18 locations. You can find our puzzles there. And we are in a few schools in the Highland Park area. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yes.
And this is all since when? I mean,
February.
so then is that a result of your actual marketing going to people, or once the word started getting out there, were people coming to you?
I would say a little bit of both.
Okay.
Word of mouth definitely travels quicker than some of the marketing tactics, but definitely marketing has helped.
And social media?
And so, social media is the big one.
Yeah, because
Yes.
that's how I found out about
Yes.
it. We have to take a commercial break. Obviously, I have some more work to do on my puzzle. I'm going to do that. You come right back. We have a lot more to talk about on the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show.